We have some breaking news this morning. While you were sleeping, a vote on abortion has shaken up the political landscape before the midterms. Big reaction in Kansas this morning. Voters there overwhelmingly rejecting an effort to restrict abortion in the state. It's the first political test since the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade and those abortion rights at the federal level. Now, in Arizona, one of the biggest Republican races is too close to call. We still don't know who won the governor's GOP primary. This as several candidates backed by former President Trump come out on top. Our Tom Dempsey live with the key takeaways from primary day. Good morning, Tom.
Good morning, Adrienne. Yeah, this result in Kansas has really sent a big statement following that decision in the Supreme Court to overturn Roe versus Wade. The decision in Kansas was with voters rejecting an amendment that would have taken abortion rights out of the state constitution. Decision Desk HQ has been tracking all these races on this primary day across the country, and it found 59% of voters in Kansas voted against the Value Them Both amendment. First test, this was really the first test of state rights on abortion since the Supreme Court decision, as we said, dealing with Roe versus Wade, and really quite a surprise considering turnout for primaries tends to favor Republicans. For Democrats, obviously, this is a big win, with them hoping to really leverage anger over that Roe v. Wade decision to success in November. But take a look at the moment when one watch party learned the results last night.
I feel like my state just showed up and boldly told me that they are going to take care of me and my female friends and everyone that can get pregnant in the state of Kansas. We are protected tonight.
The people that are losing life have no voice if people like me don't speak for them.
Kansas is one of the many states we were watching as results were coming in. Arizona and Michigan, those races there are also some big ones to watch. Kari Lake taking on Tyler Robson in the GOP nominee race for governor in Arizona. This one still remains too close to call this morning, but Lake does have a slight lead. The votes are still being tallied, with the race bringing endorsements from both former President Donald Trump and Vice President Mike Pence. Lake is a former TV anchor backed by the former president. She's really pushed that false story of a stolen 2020 election without evidence and really tied herself to the former president. Robson, meantime, is a developer backed by former Vice President Mike Pence. She's more of the establishment candidate in this race and really pegging her campaign to kitchen table issues. But it's not all neck and neck this morning. In Arizona, Blake Masters won the Republican Senate primary in that state. And in Michigan, Tudor Dixon, a political newcomer, backed by former President Donald Trump, won the GOP nomination for governor. So many states to watch. All these races that we're watching, the primaries, really setting up what should be an exciting November for midterms, guys.
Tom, question for you. I want to go back to the abortion discussion. You're following new developments out of the White House this morning, the president signing an executive order?
Yeah, that's right, Adrienne. We are expected to see President Joe Biden sign another executive order all dealing with abortion rights. And this is dealing with the task force on reproductive health care access, expected to make an announcement during that meeting. Among other things, it's supposed to make it easier for women to travel between states to seek an abortion. And then also it's going to call on health care providers to comply with federal non-discrimination laws. This is just in this morning. Again, President Joe Biden expected to sign another executive order all dealing with abortion rights, guys.
All right. Thank you very much, Tom.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.